Entrepreneurs all across the world, paycheck to paycheck is for the buzz. Hustle hard when the spring, summer, fall. Made it to a millionaire from an underdog. People quick to judge you, they don't even know your grind. Revenue from e-com, marketing, the clothing lines. Do it all if I put my mind to it. Put me in the darkness, I'ma shine through it. My life was on the right track, just had to fine tune it. Started up my own company, now I'm signed to it. Yeah. Rule number one, you gotta save your cash. Rule number two, invest it all and make it back.
Yo.
Put your whole team in a player pad. So many whips on the street that we got the neighbors mad. Ayy, take a vacay in the Dominican, feeling like the Warriors with the ring, we finna win again. I ask God, give me favor while I serve. Cause living paycheck to paycheck.
Do me a big favor, chime in. Let me know where you are watching from below.
Self-made. Had to grind every day, now I'm self-made. Long nights used to pray, now I'm self-made. Took risk, unafraid to be self-made. Used to stress getting paid, now I'm self-made. Had to grind every day, now I'm self-made. Long nights used to pray, now I'm self-made. A lot of lives got saved cause we self-made.
I was made by myself, these millions is in my vision now. Make no universal, got me closing deals for 50,000 up when I was just a child. Shoes was always out of style. Mom said just be successful when you gon' make me proud. Pack the whip up, now we headed out to Oceanside. Mill at 25, that's the first time I felt the lot. Before I had to drop it, always had the driver's side. Grind 24 hours,
What up,
we
Ron?
don't do the 9 to 5. Cha-ching team, I'm pinky with ring bling. I'm shooting up for the stars, every shot is a green beam. The rollie is rose gold, built a supreme team. You can make it too as long as you focus on your dreams. Self-made boss, don't move unless I say so. I'm amazing, call me young Jeff Bezos. Self-made clothes at the toe, got a caseload. Long nights and day go, thinking what a day go.
Used to stress getting paid, now I'm self-made.
Mom, what up, dude?
Every day, now I'm self-made. Long nights used to pray, now I'm
We gonna get the
self-made.
show on the road in
Took
just a
risk, unafraid to be self-made. Used to stress getting paid, now I'm self-made. Had to grind every day, now I'm self-made. Long nights used to pray, now I'm
Dante
self-made.
Smith.
A lot of lives got saved cause we self-made.
Dios, what up, big dog? Richard White, what up, what up? Yeah. Jeremy, what up? Michael, what up? Don, what's going on? Yo, welcome out. Hungry versus Starving podcast, webisode, live, whatever you want to call it, right? But again, it's Wednesday. We just had it yesterday. We had episode 1. We talked about putting away the hustler and then letting the entrepreneur come out of you. Just to recap, we talked about how the hustler inside of you chases the thrill of money, and the entrepreneur inside of you chases the idea of freedom, right? And distinguishing between the two of those. And we talked about how a hustler is activated and born by their environment that they're born into. So if you were born into like poverty, or if you was born into like struggles and challenges and different things in life, that's where that hustler comes from you. And a lot of times you're battling between the hustler, being the hustler in your family, and then being the full entrepreneur, right? And then we talked about the difference between the two. So today, man, I want to talk to you guys a thing about, this is like a very good topic for me, and hopefully it can create some clarity for you in your life and probably where you're headed and where you're going. But I want to talk about the difference between desire and vision. And I want to kind of spend a little time on this, just because I believe if you can have full clarity of your life, you can understand why certain things happen, but then you can also understand how do you go further in life. So do me a big favor, man. Share this video on your wall. Hit the share button. We're going to talk. It's going to be a good topic. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to get some good nuggets from today. So share this video on your wall real quick. Hit the share button. Comment below. Say you ready. All right, cool. So let's talk about desire, man, because I think sometimes we mistake certain things when it comes to entrepreneurship. And I think for me, that's what it was. Like when I was 17 years old, I ever went to my first ever meeting. And I went to this, briefing is what it was called. And I saw like these kids go up there and, they were young. They were like 19, 20 years old. And they were like, yo, man, I'm making, $6,000 a month. I'm making $5,000 a month. And to me, that was like a lot of money growing up in the hood. Like, yo, you making how much money? $5,000 a month? Like, yo, son, that's crazy. And so I remember having on my 3-piece church suit. And I was in the elevator with my boy named Randall. And we talked about how we were going to make so much money like in the next couple of weeks, and we was going to go back to our old school and we was going to pull up in Bentleys and all this stuff. Well, crazy part about that is we end up quitting less than 7 days of joining the company, right? And the reason why we quit, I used to never understand. Everybody used to always be like, yo, it's a pyramid scheme, or, you know, it's one of those things where you got to recruit people, they got to recruit people, they got to recruit people, like that's how you make money. And so we were so against everything that we tried it, right? And so the hustler inside of you is going to always try something based upon your desire, right? Like I desired to have money. I desired to have a nice car. I desired to be able to pull up on my ex-girlfriend and be like, yo, I left my hat here. Can you look at my car real quick? Like I desired everything for the wrong reason. And so my 5 years of multi-level marketing, I never made $1, right? I made $13.24. What's up? That's with Joel Turman. He's actually on here, Apostle Joel Turman. It was in a company called Secret. And we're not going to talk about what I had to do to basically make the money. But it was with, he's on here, Joel Turman. $13.24 was like my biggest check, right? And so for 5 years, I never made $1. But if I look back at it, for 5 years, I never stayed in a company longer than 60 days, right? So desire will set you up to try something, but desire will also set you up to quit without thinking, right? And so because I didn't have a vision, I just desired money, I was so quick to join everything. Like if you looked back at so many different companies you done joined and so many different businesses that you done already tried to do, think about how many times did you join something based upon desire. And the thing that feeds desire is bills, right? Bills, then there's like your wants, which is like, oh, I want a nice car. I want to be able to travel. I want to go on vacation. I want to go do things, right? What else fuels it? Your family going through stuff, situations. What else fuels it? Relationships, right? You wanting to do something special, right? Maybe you want to get it proposed. Maybe you want to engage, something like that, right? So you have these fruit that is made off of the tree of desire, right? And you're trying to make this thing happen, but desire doesn't have longevity. It doesn't have patience. It doesn't have the things that you need to create wealth, right? Desire literally just has the risk-taking factor. And desire and risk are like best friends because you desire something, you're willing to risk it quickly, right? And so I joined so many different companies over 5 years just to make money because it was based upon my desire, right? And so my desire never did anything for me but teach me how to take a risk. Oh, that's good. My desire never did nothing for me but teach me how to take a risk. So think about how many things that you done joined based upon desires. How many different things have you tried based upon your desire? You desire to go somewhere, right? You desire to prove someone wrong. You desire to treat yourself on a fashion spree, whatever the case may be, right? So because of that desire, you feel it and you join into something that takes vision to succeed in, and then you end up collapsing into each other and then it don't work, right? So for 5 years, everything that I tried never worked because it was based off of my desire, right? So when I got to the age of 23, 24 years old, my whole structure of my mindset changed. So I'm going into this 5 years, right, making no money. It's my 6th year. I'm about to try something. But my vision changed. I didn't just want money. I wanted freedom. I didn't want to go and have a boss. I didn't want to be able to clock in. Sorry, my dress just got retwisted today. But I didn't want to have to clock into nothing. I didn't want to have to tell, hey, can I have this weekend off? Can I go to Miami? Like, I didn't want none of that, right? And so I was working in this call center, but I realized there was something that happened. My desire was replaced by vision, right? So I no longer just yearned for financial money. I yearned for freedom, the ability not having to report to nobody, right? The ability to wake up whenever the heck I want to wake up, or in the words of one of my mentors, Cedric Harris, he says, wake up when I'm done sleeping, right? Because I desired those things, I was able to achieve at a different rate. So when I joined for the first time online under Jermaine Steele, when he was like, hey, what's your vision? I said, I want to feed the homeless. I want to travel the world. I want to be able to retire my boss. Like, I realized my last 5 years of entrepreneurship, I just wanted to get money so that I could stunt. I wanted to get money so that I can be this person and do these things and do this, but I had no vision, right? So the moment I got vision, I joined Jermaine Steele. And so Jermaine was like, hey, Nate, like, you have so much potential, man. What's your goal? And so then my goal was $5,000 a month. And he's like, man, I think you could do more than that. So I literally trusted him. I was like, man, I made my first ever $250. When I had my first ever $250, I took that money and I went out, like the videos on YouTube. I went out to the homeless. I gave away shirts. I gave away cash. We gave away soap. We gave away food. Like, I gave all my first ever commissions. All my first commissions went out to my vision, which was given to the homeless. And making money then became easy. So like I went on to like the next day to make like $300 in a day. And then I ended that month after I quit my job like with $77,000. And my goal was $5,000. The difference that I realized was the moment I had vision, I had patience. The moment I had vision is the moment I had clarity. But when it was a desire, I didn't have patience, right? Because it was just like, Nate, I want to make $1,000. I want to make money. I want to get a car. When you don't have patience and you're chasing a desire, you're willing to quit quickly, right? If it's not making sense for you in the first 5 days, 6 days, I don't know about this no more. I'm good. I'll go do something else, right? Because your desire is not built for longevity. Your vision is built for longevity. And the reason why is because your vision, it connects to your legacy that you have to leave. See, most of us do things for desire reasons, not realizing that what we do based on our desire, we cannot leave a legacy for, right? We're just doing something that's temporarily supposed to help us. But it don't work like that. Now, am I saying don't get up and hustle and do what you have to do to make your business work? Yes, of course do that. But be clear in your mind and understand that your desire is different from your vision, right? You desire to have a car, right? A special car, Ferrari 458. But that's not your vision. Your vision is to have freedom, to be able to wake up and travel and take your family all around the world. Those are two different objectives in life. And because they're two different objectives, you have to realize that one requires something totally different. Entrepreneurship requires 100% faith. And it's going to require stupid faith. Like, I'm talking, you're going to look foolish type of faith. Like, I'm talking, you got $0 in your bank account. Everybody's wondering what you do with your money. What do you believe in? Like, you have to go through the process of looking stupid to follow vision. Vision is not going to look happy and glamour and cool. Like, yeah, you're doing the right thing. I believe in you. No, you're going to go through naysayers. You're going to go through no one believing in you. You're going to go into people double thinking, maybe thinking you lost your mind. They're going to think all these things about you because you're following a vision. And the crazy thing about a vision is spiritual. It's not something that's physical yet. It's only something that you can see that you believe in that's coming from your heart, right? But a desire, people can believe in it because they've desired before. And so most of us spend more time talking to people that desire versus people that have vision. And so when the people don't believe in our vision, it's because you're talking to the wrong person, right? You're talking to somebody who's willing to hustle versus the person that's willing to build. It's two different kinds of people. You got to be connected to people who's in the building, like that's ready to start building with you, that believes in the building process. The person that understands that success doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes time. Like, look at me. It took 5 years of failure to make my first ever $1 million, right? It took a lot of failure, a lot of attempts, a lot of tries, and a lot of different things. It didn't just happen like boom, 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 I'm successful. It took time, right? And that's the thing that most people fail to realize when it comes to entrepreneurship is most people start based upon a desire. And then you got those that start based upon a vision. And it's like, yo, I'm doing this for my family. I'm willing to make the sacrifices that I need to make because it's my family that's going to be blessed by this. It's my family that's going to change by the decisions that I make. Versus the person, oh, you've been doing that for a week? Oh, you're not going to make no money doing that. Oh, all these things didn't happen? Oh, I didn't do that. Like, I don't want to be around people who desire. It's easy to desire. It's easy to dream. It's easy to get a conversation going like, yo, I want to make $50,000 in a month. I want to do this. Like, that stuff is easy, right? It's easy to do that. What's hard is to see this big vision that you have of you having your own office building, your own home, you traveling around the world and you look at your bank account and you don't have the money to do that, but you have this idea, so you move like it's already there still. Like, that's what's hard to do, is to stay within vision and be like, I'm committed to this. Like, I believe in this. I believe if I see it, I can have it, right? That's what's hard to do. But desire is easy. We've been learning desire since we were kids. What do you want for Christmas? What would you like for your birthday? Like, that's desire, right? The dream of something that you can have, or to dream of something that you want, right? That's easy. But can you learn vision? Because vision is the hardest part. It's like, yo, I don't have nothing but this idea. I don't have all the money in the world, but I have this dope idea. And I believe with this idea, if I can just execute it, I can change my whole family's life around. If I can just take 40% of what I know I can do, and if I had just the resources and the financial gains, then I can create some type of source of income that could change my family's life. Right? That's what vision looks like. Vision is hard. It's tried. Right? It's a constant battle every single day because you're moving on faith. Right? And moving on faith is like one of the hardest things in the world, because most of us try to explain to non-believers of entrepreneurship and a vision of what we're getting ready to do. 30 days from now, I'm going to have this. 60 days, watch, I'm going to have this. 90 days, I'm going to have this. Like 120 days, I'm going to have this. And you're trying to get them to believe in something that only you can see. Right? You're trying to get them to capture a moment. Right? You're asking blind people to proofread your vision, and they don't have glasses. It don't make sense, right? Desire is literally a wish list. Vision is something you believe in supernaturally that you physically can't touch yet. But you know it's possible. Like, you have to know that you're wealthy. You have to know that despite what you're going through, the situations that you're going through, you have to know what's possible for you at the end of the day. Like, if you know, like, yo, no matter what I'm going through, my back's against the wall, like, I can make this thing happen, right? Like, for me, my mom done had 2 heart attacks, right? I done been kicked out of school my whole life. I don't have no certificate. I don't have no diploma, right? But I made $1 million from my phone living in a 1-bedroom apartment. You cannot tell me what I can't do. Right? You cannot tell me what you can't do. Because as long as you have vision, that will cash you the check that you need to live your life forever. Right? But you have to stop moving based upon desire. Right? Most of us are cheap-minded. Not even just cheap with our money. We're just cheap-minded. We cut ourselves short. We don't really even understand of what we can do. The resources that we have. What's possible? Right? If you look in your phone right now, the last 5 to 6 people you were talking to, are those 5 to 6 people building a business? Are those 5 to 6 people creating right now? Are those 5 to 6 people making things happen? Because that's your circle. So if your circle is around people that's doing nothing but desiring and dreaming and having wish lists like you're going to end the same year the way you ended last year. And then you're going to say 2021 is my year. You're going to repeat that same cycle, right? It's bad enough that most of us come from generational curses where our family struggled and our family had no vision and our family had no ideas and our families never tried nothing and our families was against everything. It's bad enough we got to go through that, right? But right now you have the privilege and you have the honor to check your circle. I got to be around builders. I got to ask my homies like, yo, you got your hammer? You got your nails? You got your drill gun? Like, we here to build, man. Like, we have to be the light in every dark place that's around this world. You got too many people who are counted out. You got too many people that are the underdogs. You got too many people who feel like they can't do nothing because of the atmosphere they're in and because of the places that they grew up in. And I'm one of those people. Like, people tell me all the time, Nate, you were not. People tell me all the time, Nate, you were not supposed to be successful. Nate, you were not supposed to make this happen. Nate, you were not supposed to do the things that you're doing right. I understand that I am a statistic. I understand that there are limits that was put over my life. I understand that you guys put these limitations that I'm not supposed to have. But I'm here to break every barrier that you guys think that we're not supposed to have. Like, that's the same thing with you. Your job for 2020 is to break down every barrier that is trying to stop you from having whatever you want to have. I tell people this all the time. You deserve everything that you've ever prayed for. I don't even care who you pray to. You deserve everything that you've ever prayed for because it's yours, right? Like, you were not born to lose. You may were born into a loss, but you're not born to lose, right? So listen to me, guys. If you guys are getting some value and you're rocking with the hungry versus starving, chime in below. Show me some love. If you're a woman, give the hearts. If you're a dude, give the thumbs up. Comment below. Show me some love. Show me some love. Give you guys a second. Michelle, what's up? That's my cousin on here. Gasper, what it do? What it do? Okay, I'm going to let you guys chime in. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap this thing up because I don't want to talk your guys' heads off. Hopefully you guys took something from today and you realize the difference between desiring versus having vision. And the people that have vision are the people that's going to win. The people that have desire, they're built to quit. There's nothing wrong with desiring in life. But until you master how to desire and how to have vision at the same time, you're going to collide every single time. And you're going to wonder, why is it not me that's winning? Why is it not me that don't have success? Why is it not me that's not making the money that everybody else is making? Why is it yazi, all that good stuff, right? Separate yourself between desire and vision. I'm out of here, guys. Make Mr. I make noise. Peace. Let go. Come on now.